I've been going off for broke for my friends to like me, oh, but I know they see right through me cause they listen to my songs, yeah. But I don't care, no baby, I don't care. People always tell me take a breath, hey, hey, hey. I've been looking for something that haunts me all night. I've been staying up hours until the sunrise. Just so casual, always living the same life. I don't really mind, but I just need to take some time to get away.
Hello fans and welcome to Big Valley Inner Oval for VBRL's Best of the Best meeting. I'm your host tonight, or your commentary host, VBRL Twisty. And you'll be hearing me refer to myself as Twisty tonight because of course my co-host tonight is Sean136, who is the runner of SBL Promotions and, if he doesn't mind me saying, the pioneer for Wreckfest Bangers on Xbox One. Hello Sean.
Hello Twisty, thanks for that. I appreciate the little mention.
I think it's only fair, mate. I think it's only fair. You sort of kicked these off, didn't you, back in November? I think you was the first one to run up a proper league.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we would. The idea was just try and get things started early and work out our any issues we were going to have, and it's absolutely fantastic. The amount of drivers we're getting at the moment, it's fantastic.
Yeah, not often we don't get a lobby of 3, isn't it, at the moment, which is great.
Yeah, it's you can't beat it, can you? When you're talking 2 or 3 lobbies, even for just a standard meeting, not even championship meetings. It's couldn't think of anything better.
Just gonna let the camera run here for the practice drivers are just out testing the cars at this point. Do you want to go through a list of the drivers, mate, and see what we think of them?
Yes, we start off at the top of the list with Ghosty, who is the current 2-litre world champion. Probably a favourite for this one, would you say, Twisty?
I'd say definitely a favourite, mate. Yeah, he comes in as 2-1 favourite with the bookies. I just clicked off in there, I was following around. Like you said, he won the 2-litre world final in VBRL last week, and has probably won quite a few other meetings as well that I can't think of off the top of my head.
He's won I'm pretty sure he's won one of the wild cards over in SBL. He just won the final in the street stocks tonight at Hilltop.
He did,
as well. So coming off a win tonight over at Hilltop and then rushed over for this. Definitely probably in a high tonight, so probably looking for a win out of him.
I think so. Next on my list is Boffy. Boffy 213. Boffy qualified through the Hot Shot of the Month meeting, which was run by Snapper. It is just getting leaned in actually in practice there by Bristow. I think Boffy is definitely one of the drivers that's got a chance of winning this tonight and going under the radar, because he's not really, as far as I know, in anyone's team, is he?
He's completely new to me. He's a new driver to me, so I'm couldn't really say much about him.
I think he came to prominence in the lockdown series with which Carlo Parry ran at 3 o'clock during the weekdays, and he was pretty dominant in that series. He didn't win it, obviously, but he was there all the time. And I think when he started doing the later meetings, his pace continued. So I think he's definitely in with a shout. Yeah,
definitely think so. I mean, we're going under the radar. It's a good thing we're at in these sort of meetings. You don't want anyone after you. Right, next on my list is Carl Parry, number 58.
Yeah.
He's the current Saloon Stocks English champion. That's how he's got into this. He's also one of the founders of VBRL.
He is. Yeah, he's been with VBRL now a good 3 years.
A very quick driver and part of the condoms. Don't believe he's got a fellow team member in with him.
He's
a couple of alliances, I believe, but no current team members in here.
The thing with a driver like Carl is he's going to go for it. He's going to go for the win, but he's the sort of driver that could get bored after 3 laps. And we could see him on Oppo, and bearing in mind it's a 20-lap race, I think there's a good chance he's going to be
he has spent half the day at the bar.
He's been more than half the day at the bar, yeah. I originally thought Snapper was the first driver into the pits, but it turns out that Carl walked straight through the pits and into the bar and left his car about 100 yards down the road. So,
Yeah.
yes, he's very keen for this meeting. So we'll see. Bookies have got him at 5-1, which I think's a fair price, because he's one of those drivers that you could quite easily chuck a tenner away on.
Yeah.
For no gain. We've got somebody come onto the track here who shouldn't be on. Eat My Meats has lagged out, which is a good sign for him.
So he's having some mechanical problems there.
Yeah, I'll just have a word with one of the pit crew to go and tell him to jump back on the track for another practice.
Who else have you got on your list here?
Well, seeing as we're mentioning Eat My Meat, should we mention him? I mean, it's going to take a while to mention him.
Well, yeah.
He's a very colourful character.
Very colourful character. Team member for the Glads in real life.
Yeah.
And his current team is JWO, I believe.
Yes.
Who I've already seen a few comments of them cheering him on.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Yeah, he's definitely got a lot in the crowd.
You had an interview with him earlier.
I spoke to him earlier. Yeah, he was indifferent. Don't think he wanted to give too much away, but I don't think we'll see him going the right way all the way through it.
Personally, in championship races, he seems to keep his head together, and he seems to definitely get up through the front. He in the original Wreckfest Winter Series that we did when we first started, he did win the championship for that. So, and that was in the Rammer as well, which he's planning on using tonight. So I definitely think he's got within a shout tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I think so. Bookies have him at 11-2. Same with Carlo Parry, really. That price is so low because there's a good chance he's just not going to go the right way around the track.
No, not at all.
We've got a comment coming in here from Danksy. He's clearly a 367 fan, so he's going to be cheering on for Eat My Meat. Yeah,
and Eat My Meat got in the invite for winning the Wreckfest Bangers League English Championship.
He did, yeah. Run by Violet Satsuma.
It was a very good race that was, to be honest. It was a few drivers to win it, and he was just keeping up there throughout the race, and he just nipped in for the win there. So I think same thing could happen again.
We've just got another track invader there at the bottom.
Yeah, I've seen him.
Very difficult to try and get drivers on the track for this when we're getting a full lobby. Hello to Leo Pink commenting in the comments there.
Next on the list is number 820 Jay Taylor.
820 Jay Taylor.
Series.
Yes.
Yeah, Lockdown Series champion.
He was.
He won the
bit of a touchy subject that for me. I was leading that race for 14 and a half laps and got done on Oppo on the last lap, so he snuck through to take the win.
It was me as well, because I got third, and I think I was third coming at that final corner, and I got stopped as well. And I seen you get stopped, and it was like, I might get it here. And
yes.
So it was anyone's game there, really. But
Jay Taylor is one of them drivers who will be there or thereabouts all the way through the race. He might not be leading the pack, but he's going to be in with a chance of winning it at all times. And if there's a big crash on the last corner, he could be the one that sneaks through and gets it. He's coming in at odds of 4-1, which again, I think the bookies on the whole have got most of these odds right, I think.
Yeah, I would say so. About so far, first time I'm hearing the odds. I'm not a gambler myself, but I might whack a couple down just before we get going.
Yeah,
because there's a couple drivers that I definitely favourite.
Someone who is coming in at a good price, in my opinion, is Bristow 445. He's coming in at priced at 9-2. He's a very fast driver, and he won the Lockdown Series points. And I could see him winning this one tonight, because I could see him going under the radar. He could just hold the gates, because Eat My Meat has entered. He could just hold the gates. We'll make sure as he doesn't get kicked out. He's just having his harness checked, ready for this last practice before we go out on track for the actual meeting. So yeah, Bristol 445. He's a very new driver. I found in one of the random lobbies, one of the random public lobbies, and he's won quite a lot since he turned up.
Yeah, he's very quick. Quite like one of the drivers sort of goes under the radar because of his because he's so new, which is a good thing for him. But obviously, just coming off with the Lockdown Series Points Championship, that does put a target on your back. So, be interesting to see how some of the drivers react to that. Everyone's always a bit jealous of a winner.
Definitely, yeah. I couldn't agree more. Who's next on your list, mate?
Number 228, Epic Sandwich. It was the Southern champion.
Yeah, took that title that I once had.
He's part of the Union Bears. The first one on the list of the Union Bears. One of the few drivers who've actually got a team member in this meeting.
Yes, we'll talk about
definitely
him shortly,
favourable on that.
Yeah, he's got a good chance on that front. But he first came to my notice, Epic Sandwich, when he won one of the BWS rounds. I think it was BWS round 2.
Yes.
Now, at the time, it caused a lot of controversy because he was using the Raiden RS. And so a lot of people thought he got through just because he was using the Raiden RS. But he proved in that Southern Championship that he doesn't need a super quick car to win it. He can go out there and win in anything. And again, he could be one of the drivers that gets up there towards the end of this race, especially as you've already mentioned, having that teammate in the game.
Yeah, that's going to be a massive help for him tonight over some of the other drivers. I think we will see a few alliances among the grid that aren't normally helping each other out. I think we will definitely see that.
Yes.
But when you've got your own teammate in there, exactly what you want.
Definitely.
So
now, one I've got on my list here, which I'm going to need your help for, is I've got him down as number P248, PRI248. Can't have him as 248, obviously, because of another driver we'll come to shortly. But he got your SBL seed on Tuesday night.
Yes, he got he qualified for the World of Shale Championship. A very, very hard race, to be fair. He's very new to VBRL. Has previously an old name you might recognise, Twisted.
Yes, he's one of the ones that the younger viewers will think is brand new, but the older viewers will know.
He's very quick on this.
Yes.
Very, very quick on this. Done a couple meetings with him now. We did a meet. I think his first meeting was last week in the Lockdown Series.
Yeah.
And he's been very good since, and he just beat Sleazy to the flag.
We might mention that later on, might we?
So we'll see if he comments, if he makes a comment about that. Why he was probably a bit upset while he was here. Wasn't anything to do with me, obviously.
We'll get him in after the first two heats and see what he has to say for himself on that front. Will, 248, might as well go for the other 248. What can you say about Will?
Well, what can't you say? Current VBRL points leader.
By a country mile as well.
Yeah, from Yelland still, I believe.
Yelland is still in second and Staples third.
A driver that hasn't managed to get him back for tonight, but Will, he's the captain of the Bushwhackers.
He was the captain.
He's
of the Bushwhackers. He's not now.
That's news to me. But
I think
his teammates normally helping him about.
Yeah,
it has helped obviously to get him that lead. But he's a very quick driver.
Yes.
And sometimes you, as a race, in your racing, you go, we're getting through here. Next minute, and you go, where's Will come from? And he just sort of comes back, and you'll see him in cars, and you think, how's he fast in that? Round here, like he's really quick in the Volvo, and you think, how is he quick in that? Over other drivers. So definitely a driver that look out for, but has a lot of enemies.
I think there's an unfair stigma attached to him than that he only wins because he has his team helping him. But I've seen him in meetings by himself, and he still picks up the wins. So, yeah, he's well up there with a chance. Whether or not he's got a couple in here, and we've already mentioned Eat My Meat and Carl, I think if he's leading, them two could well go on Oppo. I don't want to predict anything, but we know there's been tension there in the past.
Yeah, and it has been mentioned in your interviews earlier that there is a marked man.
Yes, definitely.
So it would be interesting to see.
Now, I'm getting word off the race control that they're ready to start with Heat 1, and I know we've still got a few drivers to get through, so what we'll do is we'll do Heat 1 first, and then in between we'll go through these other drivers. Never know, one of them might pick up a win in this first heat.
Yes, definitely. Right.
So I think it's going to be 15 laps for the heats with a rolling lap. Drivers, you can see, are getting in cars. Drivers have been told they can use more than one car for this meeting, so you may see drivers changing cars as the meeting goes on. Obviously, if you see a driver getting a really strong car, then you know what he's going to be doing for that race. I'd expect everyone to be in super quick cars for the final, but you never know. Our job as the bumper car is to get ourselves around to the ready to get the action as it unfolds. I probably should have picked a quicker car than a bumper car.
Not the best choice from yourself, but the freshly painted pace car is looking fantastic.
The thought was there. The thought was there. That's what I'm going to say. The thought was there.
Probably get something a little bit quicker for the next one, maybe, right? Maybe,
yes. So who have we got on pole?
We have, it looks like to me, Epic Sandwich on the inside with Boffy on the outside.
So I've jumped on Boffy. We're going to get up to the last corner to watch the footage.
Right.
If everybody is in position, the pace car can start rolling. Pace car there at the front is shown in the white and purple pickup. Looking very nice. And we can see them start to roll round now. You've got the list of drivers on the left there in the order that they're racing in. Boffy is currently showing up as being second, so that is first place, because obviously the pace car will be pulling off on the home straight.
He's on the outside, I think.
He is on the outside,
He's just holding, sliding, hanging back a little bit.
Yeah,
so,
they will go racing on the exit of turn 4, so you'll see them drop off the pace car a little bit, no doubt to try and get a run on into the first corner. And off they go there. Pace car's pulled in and they're away. Epic Sandwich into first place. Boffy in second, setting himself up nicely for the first corner. Will in third. Will now up to second. Boffy is gone already, so we're going to have to change this camera to Epic Sandwich, who is now in first place. With a bit of a lead. How are you doing there, Mr. Pace Car? Have you managed to get out of the way?
Yeah, we've pulled off. Everything seems to be okay.
Good stuff. Epic Sandwich, nice lead going on to lap 3 at this point. We'll get the leaderboard up there. Carlo Parry through into second place with Staples third and Dirk 944 in fourth. Coming round,
so,
Snapper down in last. I expect to see him. He is on Oppo on this final corner, and he's done the leader there, but not too much of a shot.
So Epic Sandwich still leads the way. He first member of the Union Bears there out in the lead. Carlo Parry second. It's he's under fire from Ghosty there as the exit at turn 4, and Dirk as they're going down onto the start-finish straight. It's fairly clean so far from the drivers. Eat My Meat just turning around on Oppo. Looks like who he's waiting up for. He didn't go out for the leader there, so we'll see who he goes out for.
He's moving here. Unfortunately, camera's gone away from the action there, but I have noticed on the leaderboard Will has dropped down a couple of places, so I reckon that was probably his target. Sandwich has got a really nice
go for a
lead.
Shot there on Will.
What we might do is we might chuck the camera on Eat My Meat for a couple of minutes and just see how he gets on. Yeah, here he comes. Big shot going on Will. Will probably going in for a shot on Eat My Meat, to be fair. He's put Eat My Meat on the roof, and I think that's going to be... Nope, he's managed to reset. So he's in for another shot. Epic Sandwich still way out in front, Dirk in second.
Yeah.
Oh,
On
well,
lap
we've
9
gone off the camera.
at the moment. The lap boards will be coming out at the moment for Epic Sandwich with Dirk in second. And another head-on from Will.
Yeah, I don't think Will's getting any change out of this meeting, is he?
No, not at all. So, as the pack now starts to spread out, who do we see further down the board? It's Ghosty third, I think Harlow Parry in fourth. And right at the top
another
5 is
shot
Staples.
on Will. Snapper's now turned it on
Snapper
Oppo.
also joining in now. Fantastic action down there on the final corner.
I think Dirk is slightly catching Epic Sandwich up, but he's not catching him enough with 4 laps to go. He's going to need some Oppo action.
Definitely.
I think myself, Snapper's getting a bit jealous of Eat My Meat there on Oppo, and I think he's decided to go and join him and try and have a go himself.
Yeah. Boffy and PRI have been caught up by Snapper there. Snapper seems to be a little bit worse for wear. So
not much health left.
He's back on the Oppo. Eat My Meat joins him again, and Will's gone in, and Will's been wrecked by PRI. Massive following by PRI. Fantastic. He's the first man dead, and Epic Sandwich still leads on to lap 14 now.
Yeah. I can already see in the pits there, the bushwhackers have left the side of the track. I guess they're heading back up to the high-up to try and get that pole for Heat 2. Epic Sandwich has got caught up, though, in the traffic there. Is that going to allow Dirk through? Dirk through into first place, going on to the last lap. This is going to be close.
Yeah, Dirk's got the lead now of... and Epic Sandwich is back in the lead as he come down the back straight into turn 4. Epic Sandwich is still in the lead. Dirk goes for a shot, and he's gone wide and hits the wall. And it's Epic Sandwich who gets the win there.
That was a cracking race to start off.
Absolutely fantastic. And some hits going in there at the end. Jay Taylor in the wall there at the end of the race there. A few cars that need to be pulled ready for Heat 2. Eat My Meat. Some going in for another shot on Will. The bushwhackers definitely need to get the work cut out ready for the next one.
That's all fair though, that. I could see Will down there on the track. He was waving him in for that shot, and really pleasing the fans in the grandstand on the home straight there.
Absolutely, and again, massive shot, and the red flags come out. Red flags come out, and it's Eat My Meat went for another shot just before the red flags come out.
Fastest lap in that race was Dirk with a 16.2. 16.2 fast around a track like this, Sean?
I would probably say so. Yeah, I mean, there's not really many. Staples was just close to him with a 16.3, but no one else is really touching him. And in the Venom, probably one of the faster cars to choose from. The only other man in that is Jay Taylor, further down the grid.
Yeah.
So an interesting race, that one.
Yeah, definitely. Well, whilst we're mentioning Dirk, we might as well go through how he got here. Do you have him on your list?
I do, yes. A new driver to me. He's WTC, which is Wreckfest Team Championship Supreme Champion. And there's not much I can say about him apart from I don't know. You know much about Dirk?
He's a real life driver. Drives hot rods, I think, over in Ireland with quite a lot of success from what I've seen. And his pace is certainly going over onto Wreckfest, so that's good to see. But yeah, he's a welcome addition to the promotion, that's for sure. And yeah, very very impressed with him so far. See a couple of drivers changing cars there. The scrutineers are on the radio. They have gone round to Snapper and PRI to mention that the cars aren't quite legal for this next race. So it could take a couple of moments just for them to sort out.
Just a couple shout-outs from a couple of the lads at the Barton Boys camp. Sadly, no one qualified, but Devo FX have asked for a shout-out, as well as Hyper Sniper. Nice to see you watching, lads.
Great to see them here. Great to see them here. We have had one message through as well, a bit of an announcement. Could the spectators in the grandstand who are in the seated section please remain seated during the race? I know it's exciting when it gets going, but if you stand up, the spectators behind you cannot see, and it's not fair on them. They paid a lot of money to get in today. So,
the
list-wise, where are you at, Sean? Who have you got left on your list?
Smith Dog, the second member of Union Bears.
Okay, coming in at 6-1.
And got it. Yeah, and got in at last minute. Sadly, due to as a quick mention, King Kenton dropped out at the last minute. It was the cage.
The cage seed. That was a shame.
Which was
really.
a shame.
Not had it clarified what the problem was yet, but we'll hope all's well with King Kenton.
Yeah, obviously, but Smith Dog takes his spot. He was the driver who got the second vote for the Entertainer of the Month here at VBRL. Definitely one of the drivers that can be an entertainer, as all of the Union Bears have been.
Definitely.
As a rodder myself, a bit of a pain personally.
Yeah.
But if you can talk about someone being a pain, that means they're doing the job right.
That's it. You get a lot of knockers for the Union Bears, but at the end of the day, it's a banger event, and teams make up these banger events. And without them teams, we don't get the crowds through the gate to pay for our racing effectively. So it's great to have them in the promotion. We'll see how they get on for the rest of this. And it looks like the drivers are now coming onto the track ready for Heat 2.
Yeah, I believe we're nearly ready. Just a couple more mentions as we just about to get back underway. Value 3 Mark is another driver that's fairly new here, but very quick. He's DW Promotions Wild King final.
He won the Wild King final, yes, yeah. DW Promotions, of course, run by one of our promoters, Deck DW, and he does a really good job of running his promotion, as well as our meetings.
He's, I think, Value 3 Mark is very, very quick. And again, another driver that can go under the radar tonight as we get going.
Definitely.
Heat 2. Are we all ready?
We are in position, yes.
I've got him hot on my heels. It's as we talk about Mark, he's on the inside front row for this one, with Bristow on the outside. So this could be an interesting one.
Yes.
Right,
I'll
go with when you're ready.
We are set, and we are looking at Mark to lead us away once the pace car pulls off. It's a nice rolling lap there from the drivers. Mark is going with the pace car. I think you need to get that foot down, Sean. He's going to put you in first corner. And Mark away now into first place with Sean... Oh, no, that's you. Staples 2003 in second place and Will in third. Value Mark got a nice gap coming out of that first corner. Staples right up behind him, though. And Will in third, going nicely. Of course, Will will be looking to try and get a nice position ready for when the Oppo team come at him, which will no doubt happen in a few laps' time. Value Mark still out front, but Staples right on his bumper now, going into turn 3 and 4. Staples going in for the shot, pushes Value Mark wide, and that's going to put Staples through into second place. We'll stay on board with Value Mark for now, just as we see them going into turn 1 and 2 on lap 4. Mr. Pacecar, are you there?
Yes, I'm there. Further down the grid, though, it's a massive battle for fourth position. There's a massive... Oh, there's a big head on there from... is that Will on Eat My Meat?
Yes.
And Snapper's also on the Oppo there, and in a yank there. Nice bit of tin there from Snapper in Heat 2. It's definitely a bit crowded down for fourth place. They've seemed to spread out a little bit there.
Mark and Staples have got a bit of a gap through to Boffey and Bristow in third and fourth. Will still in fifth, though, despite taking that big head on from Snapper.
Yeah, it's Eat My Meat on the Oppo there, as is Snapper. The two wreckers at the moment in this one. No surprise of Snapper on the Oppo in this one. And big hit there on Boffey and
big
Bristow.
hits on Will. Nobody will be surprised to see that.
Will,
Value Mark and
on
Staples
the home straight there.
Are coming really close together here. This is turning into a bit of a classic between these two. Unless they take each other out, the winner's only going to come from the top two. Side by side, anybody think they're in a street stocks meeting?
Well, there was a lot of contact earlier from said parties, so it's interesting to see you can race clean here. but Mark's got the lead out again, and he's pulling away. But Staples seems to be getting as he come out the corner. He's closing the gap, but Mark seems to have it.
Staples has been stopped by Taylor there on Oppo.
Mark also got caught up by Eat My Meat there.
He did, but he's still got a big
Taylor
gap
also
now.
on the Oppo there.
Do we reckon Will will try and take him out on this last corner? I don't think Will's that type of driver, and he has just backed off there. So Mark got a clear run.
I think Snapper seems to be having a few issues with the car. It looks like he's... and Jay Taylor's upside down on turn 3 there.
Unlike a normal meeting, you won't see this race stop for someone on the roof. They'll carry on going. Jay Taylor back on his wheels, thankfully, and still looks to be running. Thumbs are up to the marshals, so all's good with Jay Taylor. Mark has got this one sewn up, I think. Ghosty nearly a lap down. That's strange to see Ghosty so far back. There must be possibly a flat tyre or something slowing him down.
Maybe so. Maybe he's holding back for the final, maybe.
Yeah,
you know,
possibly.
you don't want to get a win too early here, and you get a target on your back for the final. Everyone wants to win a final there. Eat My Meat still causing carnage for the lads out front, leaving Mark alone at the moment, and leaving second place as well. Epic sandwich there. Dirk is now up to third, and is under fire from Boffy, and Boffy takes up third place there. He's definitely managed to put out Dirk there on the home straight.
Yeah, looks like Value Mark's got a clear run to line, although he has just run up the back of Will, and it looks like Will might be interested in giving him a bit of a return shot. Lap 15, I think he's on the brakes there, Will. That's going to give Epic Sandwich a chance for a last bender. He's gone in. Is he going to take his second heat win? He is. He's through.
Second win for the Union Bears, man, and it's Boffy in second with Dirk in third, Carla Parry fourth, and Bristow rounding out the top 5.
That's such a shame for Value Mark there, having led that race for best part of 14 laps. Not to even get a position in the end. We only give positions down to 6th. So to finish in 10th place behind Ghosty, who he was nearly lapping at one stage, he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, really, and rightly so.
Yeah, definitely a few disappointments there. And just as the red flags come out, it was a massive head-on from Will and Eat My Meat again. The definitely seems to be going flat out there, but handshakes all round by the looks of things. A few dead cars in that one, more than Heat 1, so things seems to be livening up for Heat 2.
Definitely. Again, I think, and we mentioned that he's not on the team, but the Bushwhackers have really got their work cut out to get that car of Will's back out for the final. So we're at the interval stage now. Should we get Mr. Sleazy in and have a bit of a chat with him if he's about?
Yeah, if he's about, if we can get him up to the commentary box,
We'll put a call on the radio.
Out.
Yeah, whilst he's coming in, do you want to go through? I think we've got 2 drivers left, haven't we?
Yes, we have 2 drivers left to mention, and the first one on the list is Staples, and he's surprising not getting in this through a VBRLC, but he got in through Wreckfest Team Championship Saloon Stock Masters. He's a very quick driver. Yeah, a driver part of the Wrong Way squad. He is Ghosty's teammate, so obviously along with the Union Bears Wrong Way squad, they're probably the only other team in here at the moment. Don't seem to be in colours, but they are there. They probably are going to help each other at some point. Maybe that's why Ghosty was further down the grid there, whether he just got caught up. What do you think of Staples?
Staples, really fast driver, undeniable. Always one of them drivers that when you're racing, you're out in the lead and you see his name in second place, you start to panic because you know if you don't keep your speed up, he's going to be on your back bumper very shortly.
Yeah, definitely. There's a few drivers that I have that I know that have got wars with Staples, and they're not his biggest fan. So it'll be interesting to see if that causes some issues tonight. But definitely. Whether some of the other wars going on put that one aside. The last one on the list, just before we talk to our guest, Snapper, the man that's already been entertaining. He's the April entertainer for VBRL, and you can't beat what he's doing already tonight.
What else can you say about this man? He got to the track around about 2 o'clock today, straight to the burger van, and once he'd finished that burger, straight to the other end of the track for the other burger. And then when he got back to his car, he tried to start his car up to take it to scrutineering. Absolutely nothing coming from the engine, and he's had to do a complete engine change before he even got out for the first race.
Yeah, I was hearing about that this afternoon before even I made it to the track. Yeah, it was definitely. I heard a couple of the spectators helped him out.
Yes,
as he was lacking his. I believe he's one of your teammates. Twisty.
He is one of my teammates. Yeah, and I mean, obviously, he's probably our main wrecker. I'd say. I don't think I'm out of place by saying that.
No, not at all.
And he loves going on Oppo. You can always tell it's his car because he's got the skeletons of his previous victims on his car. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do in the final. Comes in at 12-1. He is a fast driver when he wants to be, but he doesn't race, and that's why he's 12-1 to win this. So I doubt we'll see him. Winning this. Now, Sleazy, are you in? Can we hear you? Have you got your mic all set up, ready to go?
Is he there? So we are trying the social distancing malarkey here, so just give us a minute if he'll talk to us.
He came into the booth and I saw him trying to set his headset up, but we don't seem to be getting anything through, which is a shame.
Are you there?
We'll just have a look.
A few technical difficulties there, guys.
Technical difficulties.
It appeared that my hearing aids were turned off.
Anybody in the chat can confirm that they can hear Sleazy. That would be marvellous.
I'm sure we'll get something from Daniel Nelson, who always manages to chirp up and say something.
We are getting a yes from the guys. So,
that's
Sean,
brilliant.
Have you got a couple of questions you'd like to ask Sleazy?
Yeah. We start off, and obviously you're probably a bit upset about not making it tonight. Any comments on not managing to qualify tonight?
Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate when you're leading the race and happen to be taken out by one of your own teammates. Well, that's racing, you know. I mean, the person who did it may claim it were accidental. He may not. Can't a little bit more sinister. Raced really well all night to get into the main race, to then be stopped on the line pretty much by my teammate and have everything taken away from me.
It's such a shame that really, mate, because when I spoke to you on Tuesday evening, you was a dead cert to qualify through that one, wasn't you?
Well, had it not been for my my associate Sean here, that might have been the case.
Yep.
Well, that's we can discuss that later after the meeting. Maybe we need a discussion at the bar afterwards.
So,
are
you making
a few pint glasses to be thrown?
I was thinking more tables, but yeah. How are you thinking of tonight's meeting so far? What's your thoughts on it?
Well, I'm not happy that the Union Bears team have took 2 wins. I don't know how that's happened. They destroyed us in our little meeting the other week. So if somebody could step in and put a bit of an end to that, that'd be fantastic. I think Will's had enough punishment for one night. Maybe let him finish a little bit further up the grid.
He seems to be enjoying it.
Well,
I don't know. It could be classed as cyberbullying. You know, it's very it's verging upon that.
Yeah,
possibly, but it doesn't look like Eat My Meat will be backing down from that because they've been going at it every race so far, and I know it was known before the meeting as well.
Little call out there in the chat. I've just seen that Danksy is stood at the bar and he's just started to do the worm dance, the 2.0.
Well, just to mention, actually, thanks for bringing that up, because I do have an announcement for the interval. We have a special offer on at the bar, which is 3 pints for a tenner. So essentially, buy 3 pints, get 1 for free, or 2 pints to get 1 for free. So make sure
No
you go
red
and take
stripe
advantage
available.
of that. I did see you down there with a couple of WKDs earlier, Sleazy.
I'm feeling a bit funky at the minute, like.
Yeah. Good. Right, well, it's been a pleasure speaking to you, Sleazy. And
Absolutely, it's been a pleasure joining you. I'm going to go back down now and grab my burger before they're sold out.
Yeah.
There's a few people and a big queue forming, so
yeah.
Don't forget those fresh donuts on your way as well. It's getting a bit cold out there now, so
fantastic shout. I love a good ring. Thank you very much, boys.
Excellent. No worries at all,
right,
mate.
cheers.
No worries at all. All the best.
All the best. Right, as we say farewell to Sleazy, we now move on to our final. I would say going into this one, Epic Sandwich being the favourite for tonight. It's been an interesting couple of races so far.
He's had the win in both
thoughts?
races, hasn't he? Now, naturally, you'd think that will make him the final favourite. I just wonder if that's going to put a big target on his back for this final. And whoops! And Smitdog has just absolutely mullered the bumper car there as I've tried to go around to get my camera position. So I'm going to have to reset there. I'll tell you what, I'll try and put it in gear as well before we start revving it.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm going to try and call the first few laps whilst you do the pace carring, but I am seeing a few stars at the moment. I think he thought he was still on the daily challenge there, trying to knock the bumper cars out.
Alright, not a problem. There's a very prize grid behind me. It's PRI who's on pole for this one, and he's been further down the grid tonight, but he's very, very fast. Staples on the outside. He was in contention earlier on for one of the heats. So could we see a heat win from him starting on the outside of the final?
Possibly.
Are we all ready?
We are ready to start rolling, and we are on board PRI. PRI has had a 6th so far this meeting, and Staples has had a 3rd in Heat 1.
They are definitely raring to go in this one. This could liven up in this one for the final.
It's one of the best rolling laps I've seen, to be fair. Pace car is gone. So PRI is going to lead you away. Bristow going for an attack already on the first corner. That's a little bit cheeky, but there's no black flags being shown so far. And Bristow through into first place, with Ghosty now taking first place on the final corner. Staples in 3rd. PRI's dropped down to 7th. Ghosty and Bristow first and 2nd. We shall change through, and it's actually been taken out there. Staples now takes up the lead. Staples has led a few laps tonight, and he goes again in the final, taking the lead. I think that's up to 4 leaders we've had already for this race. Jay Taylor through into 2nd place, Boffy 3rd, and Carlo Parry in 4th. Carlo will be happy with that, I think. Eat My Meat already there, slowing up on the final corner. That does not look good for Will. Will down in 12th. Staples picking out a big lead now over Jay Taylor, who's battling with Boffy in 3rd.
Yeah. So the pace car all parked up there on the exit of turn 2. It seems that Staples has got the lead here, as you mentioned, and it seems to be a battle there in 2nd for 2nd at the moment between Jay Taylor and Boffy. Things definitely heating up. Jay Taylor seems to have got the run as the exit of turn 2, as the exit of turn 4. Sorry, as they go into turn 1 now on lap 6. The Boffys try and go the inside, struggling to get the mark, but if we look a little bit further back, there's a good place there. Smitdog is trying to get them into 4th position there from Bristow.
Just noticing that he's not one that's known to Rod, so to be in 4th place at this stage of the final.
Oh, and he's just been turned a bit, and Bristow goes in the wall, as does Smitdog.
Yeah, so we've got a new leader.
And Staples is gone. Jay Taylor has took the lead there with Dirk in 2nd. Epic Sandwich seems to be down in 13th. I don't know what happened there. Whether you can clarify what happened, because I didn't see anything.
No, I mean, I was busy watching Smitdog in 4th place. There's a bit of blocking going on the back straight there. That's a bit of a poor show from Eat My Meat, who's parking across the front of Will. That's not the sort of shots we want to see. We want to see a bit more of the Oppo and big shots as opposed to the sitting on brakes.
There seems to be some
first place. Epic
thumbs down
Sandwich
in the crowd there from that one.
Epic Sandwich way down there in 12th. He's actually a lap down on the leader, so has he been designated blocker for this race?
Possibly.
He's got a lot to do though with Smith Dog in 6th.
So Jay Taylor out in front. Fairly big lead from Dirk as he exited turn 4. Now Dirk, then Ghosty, then Mark, then Boffy rounding out the top 5. Followed closely by Smith Dog. It seems to be fairly calm out front. Smith Dog seems to be turning it round on turn 1 and 2 there.
Epic Sandwich, who has turned it round on turn 1, which was against the driver's briefing for today. He should be on the last turn if he wants to be on Oppo.
Oh, massive hit on Jay Taylor there. Dirk goes out the front, which has allowed Smith Dog to get a place up to 4th place and drop. And Ghosty's in 2nd now. Definitely within shouting distance for the lead as they go on to lap 13.
I mean, obviously at this point, Dirk's been stopped as well. Ghosty's also been stopped, I think. There's a good big pile up on that corner. Ghosty comes out in 1st with Dirk in 3rd now, with Value Mark in 2nd.
It looks like Eat My Meat is on the Oppo again by the looks of things in the Yank.
Yeah, and I believe
there's a massive hits going on turns 1 and 2.
Epic Sandwich
Ghosty
car is
upside
now
down.
wrecked.
Dirk's out in front. Ghosty's dropped down to 8th position now. Staples back up to 2nd. Boffy in 3rd. Staples seems to be getting caught up a little bit there.
Bristow, my shout for this one, is through into 4th place, just behind Taylor, with Carlo Parry battling for 4th as well. That's a good position. We're going on to lap 16 at this point, so the blockers now will start turning it round, going for the big shots on the drivers that don't want to win it. Staples has got a problem there on the back straight. His car's slowed right down. Who's he going for? He's gone in for a shot on Snapper there, so possibly getting a bit upset at some of the blockers.
Yeah, they're all a bit close together towards the further back of the grid. There's not been mentioned so much so far this meeting. It's Carl Parry that seems to have gone unmentioned so far.
Yeah.
He's down in 7th place. Not been a driver that's been noticeable so far. It's on lap 17. It's still Dirk out front. Boffy,
Dirk's been lent up the wall by Eat My Meat there. That's going to allow Boffy through into 1st place. There's going to be a few choice words said about that, I'm sure, after this race.
Oh, there's a rollover there from Dirk, and that's put Dirk down to 9th. He's not going to be very happy from that one.
No, that's a shame for Dirk, really, because he's going really well there. I'll tell you who is looking in a good position. Jay Taylor in 2nd place. This is very reminiscent of the 2 Litre World Final. And
he's got the
been
lead.
Stopped. Jay Taylor through into the lead now. Going on to the last lap. We're going to try and find Jay Taylor there. There he is.
This is going to be very close.
It is. Jay Taylor's been stopped on the 1st corner. That's going to allow Ghosty through into the lead. See if we can jump on board with Ghosty, if we can find him.
It's PRI, and Ghosty's been stopped.
Ghosty's been wrecked. Bristow's through into the lead. Bristow's going to take it. Unbelievable action on the last corner there.
And there's some questionable oppo there on the home straight there from Smith Dog, as Bristow comes down. So that'll be a question from the
race officials will have to look at that. It's never good to see people breaking the rules, but what it always does is create a really close finish to the race, and allows for drivers you perhaps wouldn't expect to win. Now, before the meeting, obviously, I bigged up Bristow, so I'm very happy that he's got the win. But you'd have to say he probably didn't deserve it based on the rest of the race there.
No, definitely not, but it was a good one. So we'll call red flags, Mr. Starter, red flags. And we bring into our 20-lap final. So we just run through the result there. So Bristow takes the win there from PRI, who's the SBL seed. And he's very, very quick there, obviously. Got lucky as well. Carl Parry in 3rd. When we mentioned him, he was down in 8th. So, you know, that last lap calamity helped him there. Then Mark in 4th and Jay Taylor in 5th.
I think Carl would have been wanting a little
last
bit
points
more
place
on the
would have
last
been
corner.
Dirk. So long time leader Dirk managed to get back to 6th. So there's a lot of drivers got some repairs to do for the all-comers, and possibly some revenge hits. Would you say?
I'd say there's going to be some
one?
revenge hits in this next one. Definitely. We're just going to see if we can get a chat with Billy. Okay, he's agreed to, so we'll see if we can get him invited into the party. And get him set up with the mic.
So that was a very close race there. I think there was a few cheers in the crowd there, definitely in the commentary box from yourself there, Twisty.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously,
an enjoyable
I'm not,
race to watch.
I'm not bothered who wins particularly, but with me calling him the winner at the start, to actually see him win it in the end is very good. So Billy's now joined us in the commentary box. We're just going to try and get him to set his mic up so that you can hear him. Is he on? Can the spectators signal whether or not they can hear him out there in the crowd? Just wait for a response for them. Just say a few things, Billy. Okay, hang on a second. Sorry, mate. They can't hear you.
So,
if you go to party, how do you do it, Sean? Talking through it.
Yeah, if you go to the party, and then at the top it should say include my audio. Should be a little box, and you just hit that, and you should be included.
Let's just
and we should just get that. Confirmation from the crowd.
Just say hello, Billy.
Hello everyone.
Okay, yeah, we're all sorted. So, Sean, do you want to ask him the first question, mate?
Yeah, how do you feel for getting the win there in that one? I think you were very up there towards the end there, but got lucky maybe?
Yeah, I think I was very lucky because after the first few laps, I think I was down to like 12th, 13th. The lead, I can't remember, I think it was Boffy, I think was away and gone. I always knew the backmarkers was going to, and the Oppo people was going to get involved, so I just got down, kept going as quick as I could, and luckily the last corner, I managed to get through.
Last corner all came good for you there, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
So you're out in your road cutter tonight. Is that your favourite car of choice round this track?
Yeah, it was between this and the Road Slayer, but I felt more comfortable while testing in the road cutter, so I went with this.
Yeah, you're getting a few shout-outs in the chat from your JWO teammate, so I believe you're a new recruit.
Nice one.
no problem at all. So, all-comers, any revenge shots you're giving out on the all-comers, or are you going to keep that to yourself?
No, if honest, no one actually sort of went for me, really. I just sort of stayed out of the way and I'll just see what happens.
Good stuff.
See if anyone wants to go for me, I'll go from back, but we'll see.
Definitely, mate, definitely. Well, it's great having you in the promotion, mate. I know you're new to it.
Yeah.
And no doubt you're going to win quite a lot more over the coming season. So
hopefully, yeah.
We'll probably get a chance to speak to you again.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Excellent, mate. No worries. Best of luck in the all-comers.
Thank you very much.
All right, well done, mate.
Cheers.
So, yeah, I think he was very magnanimous there in saying that he probably didn't deserve that win. It's easy saying that, but when you do drop so far down the order, you have got a tendency sometimes to sort of lose that faith that you're going to win. So to keep going from 12 and to be in there with a chance of winning it just goes to show how good a driver he is, really, in my book.
Yeah, definitely. I think he's got to be happy with that one still. I mean, a win's a win. It doesn't matter how you win it. A win is a win at the end of the day for anyone. You know, if you cross that finish line first, it's still a win.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Resume,
exactly. Especially in a meeting like tonight, you know, it's bragging rights. You know, hopefully maybe he can even get himself invited for the next one, possibly.
Well, I think having won the first one, I think he's probably going to have to be invited, isn't he?
I would say so. Yeah, it's going to be a return. Are we all ready for the all-comers?
I think so. Yeah, there's just Will still straightening out the last bit of his car, but he's. I'll just get one of the marshals to run down and check he's all right.
All right, we'll just wait for some confirmation from Will on his car. There seems to have been a lot of big hits on tonight. There seems to be a lot of wars.
Yeah, I think there's just a few questions going around about where the Oppo zone is, so we'll just make sure we get the marshal that's checking the belts to mention to all the drivers that Oppo is on the last corner only for the all-comers. Obviously, at this point, I imagine quite a few of the drivers might just turn a blind eye to some of the rules and go for it.
Yeah, you know, it's always a banger driver, isn't it? You know, you just hope sort of maybe the marshal didn't see that, you know. Oh, I didn't see that piece of box section there in your...
Yeah. Well, I was speaking to
there.
head scrutineer Trappy earlier on, and one of the main concerns he had, I think we're ready to go there, starter. I think one of the main concerns Trappy had when he was checking the cars is that some drivers had turned up with 3 or 4 cars. So him and his team's having to try and check all the cars, including the ones on the trailer, and what should have been a 14-car meeting just turned into a 34-car meeting, a 32-car meeting, even more massive atrocious. So, yeah.
I had word from one of the marshals a second ago as the cars were going out there. Apparently Staples would like a word at some point before we finish up. We would like
we might get him in after this one. And we'll see what he has to say. So who's leading the pack this time?
So it is Dirk and favourite Bristow coming off a final win at the front row. So they're 2 very fast drivers off the front. You know, they could easily run away with this in a 10-lap all-comers. Or things could get very dicey. There's a few Yanks out back as you look further down the grid.
Okay.
There's definitely a couple pink cars in that mix there. So this could be an interesting one. Are we all ready?
We're all ready. New point for view for this one. We're standing in the grandstand for this race, so we'll see how that goes.
The Yanks are out for the all-comers, and looks like we go.
So Dirk taking the lead early on with Bristow still second, Value Mark in third. Value Mark's gone well for the majority of this meeting, just got a bit unlucky when it comes to the final few laps, and there's a few taken out there already. Carlo Parry into the wall with a big hit coming in for PRI. And the pace car's trying to make his way through the carnage there to get out of the way of the other drivers. Value Mark is now in the lead, followed by Bristow. And Bristow's probably going to take his time here, although with only 10 laps in this one, we're already at quarter race distance, going on to lap 4 next. Bristow going for a shot on Value Mark. PRI's taken out Bristow. That's going to leave Value Mark with a nice lead, and Bristow's been done again by Jay Taylor.
Yeah, he's a marked man in this one by the looks of things. PRI, the driver who got second place in the final, he switched the Yank for the all-comers. Fancy's getting some anger out.
Yeah.
He got a hit there on the leader there.
It doesn't look like he's picking drivers, it looks like he's just hitting anything.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think he's got any wars as such at the moment. But it looks like a surprising driver there. Will up to second. Maybe Sleazy's remark of people leaving him alone, maybe that'll happen. But looks like Tom, that's Eat My Meat there, going for a Will.
He's kept it going though, he's in third place still, he's well in with a chance of winning this one. Value Mark, it's got about a straight lead. A lot of cars on Oppo on this last corner, mind.
This all-comers has definitely heated up. This is fantastic, some fantastic action here. Bristow in fourth. He went for a hit there on Carl Parry and seemed to have messed it up a little bit.
Value Mark just been taken out the last corner by Ghosty. That's going to allow Jay Taylor to come through, who's been done by Epic Sandwich. And Value Mark back into the lead now, on to lap 8 of 10. This has really heated up. Will still in third, but a long way back.
Yeah, so Will, the Bushwhackers team member there, he's been followed by Eat My Meat. I have a feeling that this could be a hit. He's waiting for a hit. He's trying to catch him there in his Rover. Just not being able to get the speed on Will. But we will see as we go into lap 9. It's still Mark from Jay Taylor as they go round the exit of turn 4 onto the home straight as we go on to the last corner. So it's Mark from Jay Taylor as we're on the last lap now.
Expect a big shot coming in on this last corner. He's got to do it now if he wants to take this win. He's No, he's not quite going for it, but there's no one on Oppo, so it's going to be Mark taking the win from Jay Taylor in second. Will is nearly a lap down in third, so we'll jump on board Will if we can find him and just get the action as he comes out of this turn. He's now in fourth with Schmidtdog in third. To be fair, Will's done very well to come across with a fourth place with all the action and all the drivers out there trying to stop him. He's got to be happy with that position.
Yeah, definitely. It was a hard race for Will. I think he did get up. It was the highest place he's got up all night. So he's got to be fairly happy with that. It
just goes to show really why he's at the top of the points though, because he's got all these drivers after him and he's still managing to pick up places. It's quite impressive, really.
Yeah, definitely. I think that was a good race. The front row starters for that one was Bristow and Dirk, finished 5th and 6th. They seem to get a little bit excited there. There seems to be some action. That was definitely a good showing from the lads there. A few fresh Yanks coming out for that one. That was a fantastic race.
Yes, definitely. So we'll just see where Staples is going to pop in for a quick chat before the DD.
Yeah, definitely. We'll try and get him in the commentary box if we can.
Obviously, we'll have to allow him to get his car off the track. Just another announcement before we get Staples in for a chat. With this next one being the DD, there's going to be some big hits. So could all spectators stood on the corners behind the catch fence, please make sure you're away from the catch fence because there could be all sorts of bits coming off the cars into that fence and we don't want any accidents. So Staples, are you in? Can we hear you?
I am in.
Are you included your audio?
People in the chat,
Just,
can you hear Staples? Say a few things, Staples. Say hello.
Hello. Yeah, I'm a very hated person. There's gonna be some nice things said in that chat.
We're still waiting for clarification that we can hear you, mate. Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah.
So, how's your night gone, mate? You got third in that first heat, but we've not seen you in the results since then.
Good and bad, to be honest. I mean, I led 6 laps in the main final, but you're going to get stopped, unfortunately, when you're winning it. It's racing at the end of the day. Tough, fast race. And then when I got hit, the car was bent. I had to go stopping in the end.
Yeah. So who was you aiming for then if you went stopping? Or was it just
anyone
a case
who was
of
in first?
Anyone
who was in first.
Anyone.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Have you enjoyed it tonight?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, it was cool. That was definitely cool.
Good stuff.
Tough racing. I like the rolling starts. Good commentary. Yeah, that was very enjoyable.
Well, thank you very much.
Oh, fantastic! You've yeah, definitely. You've definitely shown to be one of the quicker drivers out there. Probably just been unlucky, maybe tonight. Probably one of the quicker drivers around at the moment. Would you say? Maybe, but definitely hated. Maybe got a few drivers that.
I'm hated, but I'm rated. I'm quick, but unfortunately, being fast comes with haters.
Yeah, definitely. We did say that earlier that no one likes the quick man. And it shows. If you're one of the quickest men on the track, you're going in the war. There's always you've got a name on, you've got a target on your back. So, what your thoughts going in for the DD then?
Wreck anyone in sight.
Well, that's the name of the game, I think. That's the name of the game.
Anyone that I see sat in front of me that took me out in any of the races, I'll be going in twice as hard. So.
I'd say that's pretty much everyone on the track then, looking at the races that we've had so far.
Yeah. Loads of people getting stopped. There's definitely going to be some hard hits in this DD.
That's what we like to hear.
Yeah.
Right, well, best of luck for it, mate. Get yourself strapped in.
Cheers,
Spud's
mate.
giving you a shout out in the chat. He's one of your biggest fans by the looks of things.
He is my biggest fan. Love you, Spud.
Yeah, well, that's great to hear. Maybe you can get an autograph with you later on.
We'll see.
Okay, mate. Best of luck.
Cheers, thank you.
Awesome. So there's some words from Staples there. I think there's a few cars left to fixed. Just before we get going in the DD, any mentions?
Any mentions?
Anything have we got to say before we start the DD?
Yeah, we have got one last announcement to come in. There has been a dummy handed in. If any of the drivers have lost theirs, please collect them at the race control at the end of the meeting. Another mention as well, Track Shop. We have got stocked up sunglasses available. I know the sun is quite high today. Make sure you've got protection for your eyes and plenty of sun cream on as the sun starts to set. It is still very warm.
Yeah, definitely.
So looks like the car of choice for this one, Sean, is a Grand Duke. Is that a car you'd be using for the DD?
Probably yes and no. I mean, I'm quite a fan of a Gatecrasher. To be honest, for a DD, it's a nice strong car, a bit of power. But the Grand Duke, it's a nice car, especially it's basically built on a truck chassis. You can't get any stronger, can you? And it's really heavy. It's got the power plant as well. There's a few other cars in there, but a lot of the lads seem to be bringing the. I don't know where they're finding them all from. Must be pulling them out of these barns.
Yeah, definitely. So I think the plan for this DD is we're going to start the race. Me and Sean are going to vacate the track, and then we're going to give the green light to the drivers to go. Now, that is providing that they've all remembered what was said at the driver briefing. We might not see that happen. Hopefully we will. We'll just have to see what happens.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see how we get on here. So we're just waiting on Bristow, I believe,
We are.
to get going. Just before we start, if you've enjoyed listening to us to waffle on tonight, we will be back Saturday.
Yes, for the Brisker V8 series.
Here on Wreckfest.
Yeah. That is going to be
And I believe
the European Championship, isn't it?
Yes, so if you would like to listen to us again, tune in on Saturday at 9:30, I believe. Is it again?
8:30 on Saturday.
8:30?
8:30, yeah.
I got my times wrong, there you go.
Have to start drinking a bit earlier for that one so that we're ready for the commentary.
12 o'clock, not early enough.
No, I don't think so, mate. I don't think so. So I think we're all set and ready to go. Let's just
at the
hope.
back, just where we need
I
to
might
be.
just pull off here, actually, and wreck myself there because I'm not in anyone's way there. I think we'll go on the free camera with this one because there's going to be a lot of action going on, and we want to try and get as much of it as we possibly can. Looks like drivers are positioned themselves nicely and ready to go. So, a couple of seconds we are going to give them the nod.
Looks like Jay
a couple
Taylor in an interesting car there. Look at that, it looks like a 1940s Ford on the track.
Okay, so any of the drivers that can hear us, you can go now. They've been given the green light in the group chat, and Will is already being peggered there by PRI and a couple of others. Boffy
There's
got in
a
for
bit of
big
action
hit.
on the home straight.
Top corner.
Some massive hits down on the back straight. PRI going in huge. Ghosty getting a fair chunk of damage there. Massive hits going in, and Carl Parry and Smith Dock as well going in
already
there.
down to a bar and a half health there. Action seems to be back up the top end. There's a couple of drivers doing the laps, which is a good idea to begin with in the DD. You don't want to be getting stuck in too quick. Will gone in for a big hit there on Taylor in the Outlaw. That's an interesting choice for this track. For a DD even.
Yeah, definitely Taylor bringing out the tin for the DD. If you can't race it, you may as well bring it out in the DD. Get some use out of it. So it looks like the Grand Duke is the favourite for this one.
Got a couple out already here. Couple in the gold looking cars. No idea who they are with them being chased. Possibly one of them's Value Mark. Snapper meeting Will head on, and Will's been jacked there by... Who was that behind him in the yellow and black? Of course it was Eat My Beat. Who else would it be? And Value Mark going on Will, and Carlo... Oh no, PRI going in on him. That couple of Will's just been finished off.
How many coats of paint does... how many different tins of paint does Eat My Meat have? And he's got a bit of coat hanger, I think. With all the different colours he's painted his car tonight.
I reckon so.
There's a last corner. It's Carl Parry gets followed in by Epic Sandwich there. Staples trying to go in behind Carl Parry. Jay Taylor still going there in the little 40s Ford there on turn 2.
Yeah, we saw Dirk there on the home straight going in on Staples and finishing himself off. I think if you know you're going to get wrecked, the best way to do it is up the back of someone else, definitely.
Oh yeah, there's no better way of driving him flat out is doing to some back of someone. You got to do a proper hit. So things seem to be getting a little bit tame as we in this DD as we've lost a few drivers so
going to touch Roddy, haven't they? But Carlo Parry now on Oppo, he's going to try and liven things up. Jay Taylor, having initially had a lot of shots in on him, is now running with still half health. I'd say Boffy's looking like he's in the best place to win this DD. Value Mark going in for a big hit on Jay Taylor. That's taken a lot of health off both of them. Eat My Meat going in on Value Mark. Smith Dog coming in on Eat My Meat.
Some big hits going in there, but the Boffy still seems to be a favourite in this one. Where they get caught up, Eat My Meat. Is that a Carl Parry there? Oh, massive hit there on PRI. Bit of health off both of them off the Grand Dukes. Bit tricky to see between them there, both in the pink. I don't think PRI is part of condoms, but it's
no,
tricky
I don't
to tell.
think he is. No, PRI is part of. The team name slips in my mind, if I'm being honest. But
yeah,
it's a new team that's joined BBRL recently.
So
Things have definitely turned into a Wreckfest now, haven't they?
Yeah, so I think we're just waiting for the lads to pick things back up again. Is it Eat My Meat who starts things off again? Of course.
Straight in on Boffy. Boffy getting by Staples now. And PRI going in for a shot as well. That was a bad corner for Boffy. Eat My Meat turned it round on turns 1 and 2. Who's he waiting for? It looks like he's coming in for a shot. No, he's missed Smith Dog. Who's he lining up for? This is going to be interesting as he comes down the home straight. He's going for PRI. Big shot on PRI. Carlo Parry going in on PRI as well. Boffy going in back of Carlo Parry. And Jay Taylor into the side of Boffy. That was an epic jack and train, that.
That was fantastic there on the exit of turn 4. Was that a hit there on turn 2 there? I see Jay Taylor misses and hits the wall there. Smith Dog takes a jack up from Boffy. That's Eat My Meat seems to have dropped out now. Seems to be struggling to get that one going again. So as we move further down, it's still Boffy looks like the favourite in this one to win. Jay Taylor is under fire from Smith Dog. And it looks like Staples is going in and he misses and just clips the wall. And that Smith Dog hits the wall and it looks like Smith Dog is out there.
Get back
so
on this camera. 3 cars left, is it? Boffy looking like the favourite. If I was Boffy now, I'd be turning this car around and meeting some of these on Oppo. It looks like Staples has chosen to do that. Staples is going to come round the wrong way. Who's he going to hit though? Is he going to go for Boffy or is he going to go for Taylor? Looks like he's going for Taylor. Oh, big
and
shot.
Boffy's also
Boffy's
turned round.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be an interesting finish.
So Staples trying to go for Taylor there. I'm just so surprised that Taylor's still going in that, and it looks like Boffy is putting into that.
A bit too soon there. A bit too soon.
Yeah,
2 cars left.
Commentator's curse there by the looks of things.
Now this has got to be Boffy's win, this.
Yeah, he's turned it back round. Staples going down the home straight. Here we go.
Big head on there.
Fantastic.
Any of them still
massive thumbs up.
Boffy's still running.
Massive thumbs up there from Staples. And massive grin on his face. What a head on. You couldn't beat that. And Boffy takes the win there in the orange and blue machine. What a fantastic end to the night.
Definitely, mate. Definitely, mate. We're just going to see if we can get a quick chat with Carl. Let's see, he's looked for a chat by the looks of things.
Fantastic.
We'll get him invited in.
The third place man in the final. He's been a bit unnoticed the rest of the meeting, though, to be honest. Probably not been mentioned as much as some other drivers tonight.
He was very quiet, I felt, until the final, and then he warmed right
Yeah.
up. Some big hits in the all-comers, and again some big hits in the DD there. But maybe he was still a bit sozzled from after the first two races. He's joined the party, he's joined the commentary box, so hopefully he'll get that changed at the top of the party so he can speak to us.
Hi.
Hello, Carl. Can everybody hear Carl in the chat?
Hopefully not.
Just
hopefully
before we
not.
get started, I'm seeing some FTB signs there in the crowd from some of the. I don't know what that means, but I'm sure you could clarify.
I'm sure the chat will know what FTB means. Brooks is saying yes, so I'm presuming that means yes, he can hear Carl. So, Carl, tonight, how did that go for you?
Well, that was difficult.
Difficult, yeah?
Felt I was slightly targeted by a fair few. But
Yeah.
get a third place is alright, isn't it?
Third place in the... You went well there, to be fair, mate. I think you could probably have just done with a few more crashing on that last corner, and you might just have snuck through to have that win, mightn't you?
Wasn't. I needed less.
Need a bit less.
I had a dead car roll across in front of me and it stopped me from going up Bristow's inside. But fair play to him.
That's a shame there. But a bit of pride though in the fact that the points winner from your series won the title today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So what's the plan now, mate? Are you heading to the bar for a bit of a party? Can the spectators come and buy you a drink?
Buy me as many as they like.
Great stuff. Great stuff.
You still owe me one from earlier.
I shall, once I've finished up with the commentary, mate, I shall pop in there with you and we will have a drink and a bit of a boogie and talk about old times.
Yeah. I just...
As I'm taking you by surprise, sorry, mate.
I didn't think we was making it public just yet.
Oh, that would be new times, not old times.
Oh, God.
Right, mate, well, we'll leave you to get your car loaded up and get off home. Is it a long drive home tonight?
It's not too bad.
No. Good stuff. Well, the road should be plenty quiet enough for you.
If you buy me too many, I won't be able to drive home, will I?
No. I'm sure you'll have something
Okay.
through that can drive for you.
I'll catch you later.
All right, mate, no worries.
See you later.
So,
So,
I was just going to say, anything left to add?
I think what a fantastic meeting is the best way to go
Yeah,
from tonight.
I think, and I don't know whether you know this yourself, but at the height of the meeting, we had 52 people viewing it.
Fantastic.
So that is
Nice
great.
to see everyone enjoying watching. I hope we've not bored you too much on this Thursday evening.
No. And
And,
hopefully they'll all be joining us again in 2 weeks' time for another one.
Definitely. And I'm sure we can quickly discuss on how you could possibly try and get yourself invited
Of course, yes.
for the next one.
So, obviously, people who win championships within VBRL will be getting an invite. People who win championships within SBL will be getting an invite.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of other promotions. DW promotions we've already mentioned. Satsuma's Wreckfest Bangers. But then there's a couple of other promotions out there. Cage Promotions and Trackstar. And a couple of others who haven't been represented here tonight. Could you get out of the commentary box, please, sir? We're trying to finish this stream off. Well, he's still putting us off, though. But yeah, so there's a few promotions out there that haven't been represented tonight. So if you race in one of them promotions and you fancy doing this meeting, give your promoter a kick, get him to get in touch with us, and we'll get a seed place sorted for you to go to one of your champions.
Yes, definitely. I think as we move forward with this Best of the Best series, things will get more heated up in the normal meetings, and we'll see drivers definitely fighting more so to try and get into this. It's been fantastic seeing everyone up for this all day. And the atmosphere has been fantastic on VBRL tonight.
Definitely.
It's been brilliant seeing everyone enjoying it. If you have enjoyed it, make sure you let us know. And any comments and suggestions you want to see us for the next one, and we'll see what we can do.
See what we can do.
I'm sure.
We have had a couple of people asking in the chat, Sean. One more question for you, sir.
Yes.
Who was your entertainer of the meeting?
It's got to be my mate. It's got to be. He was on Oppo all night, bringing the cars out, bringing the tin out all night, and you couldn't fault him all night.
No.
And somehow keeping his car still going. So.
Yeah, he never shirked a shot all night. There are a couple of moments where his brakes might have been getting a bit warm, but on the whole, I think the hits that he gave out tonight were solid, and I didn't see him breaking any rules.
No, I didn't know. I did. We only had one minor brake rule, obviously not from Eat My Meat.
No,
but nothing that wasn't rectified and spoke about. So everything good. I think that everything's gone really well tonight. I think we've had a few good comments, and keep them coming, and hope everyone's enjoyed it.
Let us know how much you've enjoyed it, and
or not enjoyed it.
Get your mates involved, get them into the groups, get Wreckfest numbers up there as high as we can, and get ourselves noticed.
Yeah, right. Don't forget everybody. It's not just VBRL, it's everybody. All the promotions that have been mentioned
all
tonight.
All the promotions.
It's, we ring them off.
Involved.
We ring them off the top of red. You've got WTC, SBL, DW, Wreckfest, Bangers League,
Cage Promotions,
Caged,
Trackstar Promotions, SSBL, which is Saloon Stocks. That's not part of the German army.
No.
So plenty of leagues out there. I'm sure we've forgotten a few.
Definitely, but if you want to get involved, drop us a message. There's always a message about. There's always a meeting on. There's definitely something somewhere for someone. So if you want to get involved, join the group and get yourself booked in and get your belts on and get out there.
Get out there, yeah, excellent. Right, well, I think it's only left then for me to say thank you very much tonight to the spectators. Thank you to the drivers. And most importantly, thank you to my co-commentator, Sean136.
Yes, thank you very much, and we'll see you all next time.
See you now.